Hey everybody, Leadspeed here, coming up with the video today. Yeah, I'm doing Ritual Beast. Yeah, doing a deck profile. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and it's kind of surprising that I'm doing one instead of a Pokemon video. But don't worry, I'm going back to... I'm not going to be doing much Yu-Gi-Oh videos for a while because, well, I kind of hinted as to why, and I think I even left some comments on some videos. Particularly, I actually... Well, if you want to know like where I kind of commented on it, one of my friends, SSJason19, he did a video talking about power creep, and heck, everyone and their mother talks about the power creep and stuff, but I left my comments on the video talking about how I've kind of been enjoying Pokemon a lot recently, a lot more than I have been with Yu-Gi-Oh recently, and I think I kind of explained why, so I'll leave a link to the whole power creep thing, and you'll kind of understand why I haven't been doing videos on this lately. I mean, it happens. It seems to be like a natural thing. Like this kind of stuff happens. I stop playing and then I come back and stuff like that. And it happens with Pokemon too, I guess. But maybe, I don't know. Pokemon just seems to have a very distinctive charm, and the fact that, heck, even the thumbnails I make for the videos just seem to have a lot more charm to them. And it's something I can do. It just feels like there's a lot more to them than they appear. And there I am going in the cheesy character territory, so I'm just going to stop right there. So anyways, Ritual Beasts, what do we know about them? They contact fuse. They have very cute, adorable Tamer monsters, and they got this cool elder, which is Kamui, the older Kamui, and you got a bird, a lightning bird, you got a dolphin, you got a lion, and you got a penguin, the penguin that appeared in Pelica Descendant of Gusto, and where the heck is his Tamer? Seriously, Forever Alone is Rampenta. Anyways, let's get to the profile because I'm sure that's what you're all here to see. And I guess on a side note before I do that, when this goes up, it'll probably be my birthday. So yeah, for like the 5% of people that actually care about that kind of thing, yay. I don't know. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, if you didn't really care, then that's fine. I mean, I don't expect you to because I mean, I'm just one guy out of like billions and billions of people in the world. I mean, heck, I haven't even been on Skype for a while, so I don't even know how many birthdays I've probably missed because, you know, I wasn't there and stuff. Anyways, let's go. So, 3 copies of Rare of the Ritual Beast Tamer, 3 copies of Elder of the Ritual Beast Tamers, 2 copies of Wen the Ritual Beast Tamer. Oh my god, why are you not ready 3? I'll explain. 3 copies of Kanahawk the Spiritual Beast, 2 copies of Pedalphin the Spiritual Beast, 2 copies of Hylian the Spiritual Beast, and we obviously have the 2 copies of Rampenta the Spiritual Beast. Then we have the 1 Tempest Dragon Roar of Storms, and the 1 Debris Dragon. For the spells, we have Bond with the Ritual Beast, times 2. We have 3 copies of Emergency Teleport, 2 copies of Mystical Space Typhoon, 1 Gold Sarcophagus, the Foolish Burial, the Raigeki, and the Dimensional Fissure. For the drafts, 3 copies of Combination with the Spirit Beast. There I go again, saying Spirit Beast instead of Ritual Beast. Darn it, Konami. Like, why do you do this to me? Combination with the Ritual Beast times 3. 2 copies of Ambush Ritual Beast. The 1 Solemn Warning. The Bottomless Trap Hole. The Torrential Tribute. The Compulsory Evacuation Device. And Macro Cosmos. For the extra deck, we have 3 copies of each of the fusion monsters of Hylian, Kanahawk, and Pedalphin. So we have 3 of each of these. Even though I might cut one of these down to 2 if I could think of something else to put in its place. Maybe some other rank 4. Yeah, maybe I'll do that later. For the Xyz, we have Kestel, the Skybuster Musketeer, the Evil Swarm Exciton Knight, 2 copies of Lightning Chidori, Abyss Dweller, and Gagaga Cowboy. That's just to round things off there. So, yeah. Cute as hell Tamers. You got the Kanahawk and shit, and they banish, you summon things. Contact fusion. There you go. Like, that's the whole premise. It's pretty simple, isn't it? But, yeah, it's very interesting, really, how it kind of works out and whatnot. So, yeah, I guess I should partially explain some things, right? Like, why am I running Wen the Ritual Beast Tamer? Oh my god. And why am I running 3 of this? Now, it actually used to be the opposite. I was only running 2 Rara and 3 Wen. So, why the some flip-flopping of ratios, you say? Well, here's the thing. I find Rara a little bit better to open with, at least. mainly because she summons one from the grave. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm sure with like Kanahog and Rara, you will have cards to make her alive, but you don't have as many ways of doing that. I mean, heck, you have Foolish Burial, you have Rampenta, and you have Kanahog. Now, opening with Rara is a bit better just because you're more likely to have Ritual Beast monsters in the graveyard early on, as opposed to just, oh, turn 1 when effect, you know what I mean? Unless you have like Gold Sark or Tempest, you're probably not going to make it live turn 1. So here, it's more likely to I mean, this might not be live turn 1, but you have more ways to make it live early in the game. So yeah, that's kind of why. And plus she has 2,000 defense, so even if you don't have any targets right off the bat, you could just set her and she has a massive butt. So you can basically stall for a little bit if you have to. So that's kind of my reasoning. And with Wind, she does have more attack, so she can come out and beat face, but her effect isn't going to always be live, even after turn 1. So that's kind of why I'm running 2. Like, I don't like drawing this card if I can't make her live right away. With Rara, I can at least set her. And maybe it'll buy me a turn to go for a Contact Fusion if I just happen to draw onto Kanahog or Pedalfin or Apelian or Rampenta. So yeah, that's my reasoning. And for 3 Elder, I mean, that's kind of self-explained. I mean, even though he doesn't particularly summon one from the grave or the banish pile, he lets you extra normal summon something. And heck, Elder and Kanahog is like the best opening play you have, basically. The best opening play, and actually, because of this sequence, there's actually a pretty cool combo you can do, but more on that later. But anyways, yeah, 2N, that's kind of my thought. Maybe I'll run 3, but right now 2 is the number I'm comfortable with. 3 Kanahog. You definitely need 3 because he's a themed Gold Sark. He's searching for banish pile for win, or anything really. Like for your fusions, you're obviously bringing back Ritual Beast monsters back, so he just kind of helps in that way too. So yeah, very essential, and he can even banish the spells or traps if you want. So that's good. Definitely a staple, I think. 2 Pedalfin. Now 3 is, I don't like 3. 1 I don't think is enough. Like I do want to draw it sometimes, but not all the time. It just depends on the situation. I mean, I can kind of get it when I need to, but this is more or less just kind of an out to particular monsters like Shaddoll, Winda, or Evil Storm Ophion, where they basically just lock out they just kind of slow you down a lot. Ophion particularly just keeps you from summoning your fusion monsters. And Winda just kind of keeps you from going, oh, normal summon, special summoning something, and then going for a play. No, you can't do that shit. So yeah, kind of an out to those kind of cards basically. But yeah, because of 0 attack points, it's not something you want to see too often, but it can help you in a pinch. 2 Abelian, because he's a beast stick, he's got 1800, and he can boost himself and all your other monsters by 500. Plus, he can banish spiritual beast cards, ritual beast cards from the grave, your spells, traps, or even other monsters. So, you know, you can banish maybe a Kanahog for like Rara. You can banish Pedalfin for Rara. Like, this basically helps Rara's effect become live, especially late in the game. Like, late in the game, Rara is just really good. Or, not Rara, Wen. Jeez, now I'm getting the Tamers confused. Like, why am I doing this? Like, seriously, guys. Like, you could tell I really haven't been doing much of this. I keep messing that up. But yeah, I find 2 works out. I don't want to overdraw this. Like, I'd rather have Kanahog, because at least Kanahog could set up for future plays. And with this guy, I could set him. I mean, like, that's kind of the thing. I'm like running 3 of him, and that's like the only one I'm running 3 of, because everything else is kind of facilitating those kind of plays anyways. But I don't know. Tormenta, he's kind of weird because he seems kind of productive. You're banishing one of your extra deck Ritual Beast monsters, and you're dumping one to the grave. Kind of like with like Foolish Burial, you're mainly using it for setup, and you're probably not going to be using the effect all that often. Probably like twice a game at max. But I mean, it does come in handy here and there. So definitely, I run 2. 2 seems okay, but 3 is definitely not needed. You definitely don't. Heck, you could probably get away with 1, but again, there was a combo that kind of goes along with this stuff. So that's basically how it goes. And I'm moving around because I don't want to get timed out, which is kind of weird for me to say that because my profiles are pretty long generally. So that's what happens. The 1 Tempest. Tempest is actually pretty good in this deck. It's mainly because, you know, you could banish wind monsters to summon them, and then obviously if you're banishing them, you can bring them back with your fusions. You could banish stuff to get back with wind, so on and so forth. So you have a few ways to make this effect really useful, and he just comes out as 2400 beater. And when he's banished, you can search Debris Dragon with it. And you can also discard Tempest and a wind monster to get Debris Dragon to your hand, because you can search any one dragon. So yeah, you can pretty much do that. You can pretty much add Debris Dragon and do both of his effects. His effect of being banished to search, or discarding him and then wind monster to search. So you can get the Debris Dragon pretty quickly, and like I said, Debris Dragon right here is actually pretty cool because you can actually bring back. You have a couple of targets to bring back, but mainly the target I bring back is Padolphin, because he has 0 attack points. He's level 4, and you can go for a rank 4 play. Pretty simple, right? So yeah, that's basically why I run him, even though some people don't really like him at all. I like the potential of going for instant rank 4 plays, especially if it's a 1-card Lightning Chidori, like Cha. Did I really just say that? I really did. Moving right along. 2 Bond with the Spiritual Beast. Pretty much just a quick play Contact Fusion. I don't like 3 because this card will be dead early on if you don't have anything. And actually, it's not bad on your opponent's turn, because if things go wrong, you could just kind of go, like, let's say you made Kanahawk to get a search off or something, and you can't go for, you can't go for a future play because maybe you already special summoned a particular material that turn or something. On your opponent's turn, you could defuse, then use Bond to go in the Padolphin, so you can at least protect yourself with the 2800 wall. So that's one way to use it, and plus you could just use it aggressively and get another attack in, basically. Heck, attack with a Pelion and some other guys, and then defuse, or just use Bond and summon another guy and attack for game or something like that. Like, you could potentially get some OTKs off of this, but it doesn't happen that often, but it's pretty hilarious every time it happens, because it's just like, whoop, there you go. You thought you were going to live? OTK. But yeah, of course, the game's not all about OTKs, guys. Seriously, despite what people think, it's not all about OTKs. Emerges a teleport, Mario. I really made that reference. I really did. Yeah. Get you your Tamers, and there you go. That's kind of why I'm running 3, and let's move right along with that. The 3 Typhoon goes back row. I want to run 3, but I don't have space, and I don't know what to take out, if anything. The Gold Sark, because you could banish Tempest to get a search off to get the Debris Dragon, or you could just banish any of your Ritual Beasts to, you could banish like Count to get back with Wen. You could banish Rampanta to get back with Wen. You could banish like a Rara to get back in a future turn, or anything like that. So this just has a lot of utility. So definitely a staple. Foolish Burial, same with this thing, because you could Foolish Burial stuff. You could dump this. You could dump a Pelion. You could dump Kanahawk. You can pretty much dump anything. You'd even dump Tempest to get his effect active, because he can work in the graveyard as well. So yeah, that's very good. Raigeki, because Raigeki and Dimensional Fissure, and I guess we'll talk about Macro, both are very good because it doesn't hurt you as much as it hurts your opponent a lot of times. So definitely very solid. Of course, they're at 1, so the potential of damage is lessened in the TCG. And I suppose that this kind of goes along with the whole power creep thing. Again, I'll leave a link in the description, because I think the video is very, very good, in my opinion anyways. So 3 copies of Combination. Combination, I think, is very good, even though it's not good against Shaddoll or Burning Abyss, because they just trigger when they get sent to the grave in any way. Well, Shaddoll don't, when they get sent to the grave by card effects, rather, which, I mean, this card just happens to just do, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's good against underdecks, though, because especially when you have your fusion and you defuse, it's non-targeting, so their opponent definitely has to play. It's hard to play around it sometimes, because, oh, you may compulse your monster in hand, but I can just blow up other ones at the time of resolving the effect. Ambush Ritual Beast. Now, I want to run 3, but again, I don't really have space, and I don't know what I would want to cut out. Maybe run Penta, but again, I kind of like to have 2 for the time being, so that's kind of my reasoning for that. And I guess because, you know, that I don't know, like, I want to run 3 because this card is a lot better than even I kind of joked about. Like, I kind of joked about how it's redundant because the fusion monsters do the same thing. But since this uses the graveyard, it does allow you to be a bit more flexible in your targets. So you can bring things back from the banish and or your grave. So you can get one you can get rare from the banish, you can get like Connacht from the grave. So even if you have a weird mash of stuff, you could get them back from anywhere, basically, from grave or banish. So it's pretty nice. And it has arguably one of the most depressing artworks I've ever seen. It's pretty sad though, because you'll kind of see, well, actually you probably already know how this ended up, because yeah, this is basically what happened. And I'll do a video talking about Shadal soon enough, but for now, yeah, let us mourn for this loss. Anyways, the other trash, warning, bottomless, torrential, cabals, macro. Okay, it's more than the extra, because that's the real meat. Real meat. Really? Did I just say that? Okay. I'm just saying weird stuff in this video, okay? Like, I guess it's because I'm bored of this game and I'm just trying to say random stuff, I guess, that may or may not apply. I don't know. But yeah, 3 of this because you're beat stick and has that Star Eater effect, so it's actually very good. And you're able to defuse the fusion monsters, then bring back a Ritual Beast Tamer and a Spiritual Beast monster and summon them defense. Now, of course, for better or for worse, depending on your viewpoint, you can only special summon each of these monsters once per turn. So there's no, defuse, special summon, make another guy, defuse, summon the same guys, go into the fusion, defuse again, the same monsters, and blah, blah, blah. You can't do that. You can't do either of these. And any other fusions, if they come out, they're probably going to have this. Well, any others are going to have the same clause as well. So, yeah, can't do that. Won't let you. Connacht, let you search for stuff. If you put 2 of your banished Ritual Beast cards back. And what's cool is that this works under the effects of Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure. Because of how certain cards are ruled, when you're returning cards to the grave, like, they'll go to the grave even if cards like Macrocosmos and Dimensional Fissure are in play. I know it's kind of weird. It's because it's basically has the same ruling as Burial from the Different Dimension. Like, returning cards to the graveyard is different from sending cards to the graveyard. Yeah, I know that sounds stupid, but that's just how it is. And we just gotta abide by that. That's how it's ruled. So yeah, it's a pretty cool trick you can do, is have those cards out and return them to the grave, so you can make Rare's effect live, even though those cards would keep you from having a grave most of the time. But yeah, that's one way to do it. And again, there's a cool combo with him, which I'll go about in a bit. The Two-Bit Dolphin, your massive wall, and that you basically go into this in main phase 2 after you engage in battle with the enemy. Engage in battle with the enemy, wow. Like, now I'm just, okay, let's move on. Then these are kind of self-explanatory. Rank 4 stuff. Chidori's amazing because win deck, and Debris Dragon can make it in 1 card. With 1 card. I mean, 1 card exceed Chidori, play awesomeness. The Dweller and Cowboy, just to end games. Now, I guess I can explain the combo. And this was shown by one of my viewers, I guess. Like, he linked me a video of him doing some cool combo, and I didn't even know about this. So I'll explain it for anybody else that may not have seen the comment or want to just know how it kind of works. And it's kind of specific, and because the deck's not that consistent, you're probably not going to get it off as frequently, but I'll explain how it goes. So what you need in your hand is Elder and Connacht. And like I said, this is probably the best overview you can have, and this is how it's going to work. So you summon Elder, and then you use his extra normal summoning thing and summon Connacht. Use this effect to banish Rara from your deck. Then go into any of your spiritual beast monsters. Let's say you want to go into a Pelion just to attack. So you go into this, attack, or whatever. then main phase 2, defuse her into these two, and then use Connacht's effect again, banish Rampenta from the deck. So you'll have these two banished. The Rara and Rampenta. So you fuse into Connacht, and basically what you do is you go Connacht's effect targeting your Elder and your Rara. Then while you're targeting them, activate his effect to defuse. Now you could chain his effect to his searching effect. So basically what happens is you target the Rara and the Elder, you defuse into Rara and Rampenta because you already special summoned the Connacht, so you can't special summon him again. And even now, this does mean you're only going to be sending one Ritual Beast card to the grave. You'll still get a search. Because of how it's worded, it doesn't specify return them both. Even if you're returning only one of them by the time the effect resolves, you'll still get a search. So basically what happens is you'll return the Elder, the one Elder, to get one search off. Maybe you'll search for like combination or something. And then you use, like you have Rara and Rampenta, use Rampenta's effect to banish a different fusion monster. Let's say Pedolphin. You banish Pedolphin and then you send, regular Pedolphin to Zakar Graveyard. Then you would fuse into Connacht again, and then use this effect to return the banished Pedolphin and Rampenta to search another card. And then next turn, you could defuse into your Tamer and Ritual Beast. Now, if you search for Bond the second time, you could basically go, oh, you get 2 searches off of it, plus the banishing with Connacht that you did twice in that turn. So, sounds kind of convoluted, doesn't it? But yeah, it's actually a pretty cool combo. And it's something that I probably could have known about, but I didn't really think about it. But yeah, it's actually a pretty cool combo. So, just to recap, Elder and Connacht, make something, defuse, summon these two again, banish another card, then make Connacht, target your Elder and Rara that you banish off of Connacht, and then you chain the effect of Connacht to defuse into Rara, the one that you were about to return, and the Rampenta, and then the Elder would go to the grave after the effect resolves, and you get one search, even though it's returning one card. This doesn't specify return them both, so you get a search by even just by returning the one. You search for like combination, then use Rampenta's effect, banish a fusion monster like Pedolphin, and send the original component to the graveyard. Then you make Connacht again using the Rara and the Rampenta. Then you just use this effect to return Rampenta and the fusion Pedolphin and get another search. You'll probably maybe search for Bond or ambush Ritual Beast. If you get this, you could basically defuse on your opponent's turn and use the spell card to make a second copy of Pedolphin to defend yourself. Yeah, that's kind of convoluted, but there you go. There's the combo. And I'll leave a link to the guy who told me about this combo because that was actually pretty cool, and I really liked it, and it's something that I'll definitely be doing more often in my videos from here on out if it's possible. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this profile. It's kind of weird, but then again, when have my videos not been weird? And yeah, happy birthday to me whenever this goes out because it will be my birthday. So yeah, I guess if you want to say early happy, if you want to say happy birthday at that time, you're more than welcome. But even if you don't, I'm not going to be upset because honestly, it's happened. I'm going to be turning 25, so that's cool, right? That's cool. Maybe not. I don't even think it's that cool, but it's just one more step in the adulthood thingy. Yeah, that's basically how it goes. So let me know what you guys think of the profile. What would you suggest that I run in the deck? I mean, I wonder I think they might be missing some cards, but I think there is potential for them to be pretty good. Maybe not like tier 0 or tier 1 even, but I think they can be competitive. They have definitely a lot more potential than like Gustos do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.